Hello, my lovelies. I know it's been a while since I've been on here live. Your girl's been living her best life over the past few weeks, but with today's new moon in Sagittarius, I wanted to come on here to talk about the current energies that we are moving through at this time as a collective. Now, there's a lot going on a subconscious plane. We're already beginning to activate and low-key step into the energies that are going to completely sweep through the collective next year. So we're already feeling that momentum and that energy that 2024 is going to be bringing through the collective now. I don't want to get into it in this live because I'm going to be talking about next year for forever, and that's not what I wanted to talk about today on this live. I wanted to focus on the energies of this new moon and what it's bringing through for the collective, and also highlight that we have the 12/12 portal today as well. So energetically speaking, 12/12 to me, what that represents, if we look at the numerology from a tarot perspective, we have the 1 and the 2. So the 1 to me is the magician and is masculine energy. And then we have the 2, which represents the high priestess, which to me is feminine energy. And we have that energy amplified because it's 12 and 12. And then when we add in the 12 and plus 12, and we get a 3 as well as another 3, that gives us the master number 33, and it's the master number of healing. So what does that all mean, energetically speaking? So we have strong masculine energy coming through. We have strong feminine energy coming through. With the masculine, we have the magician, and this symbolizes our capacity to manifest and call in what we truly want. And then with the high priestess, this is us tapping into our intuition. It's channeling, it's using our divine gifts. And with the master number 33 coming through, which represents healing, what I'm sensing for the collective is that we're at a very auspicious time for healing and integration at this time. And I don't want to dive too much into duality, otherwise, again, it's a subject I could probably talk about for a long time. But it's an understanding that as a collective, we're moving and heading towards oneness or unity consciousness, whatever word you want to use, whatever resonates for you. But it's an understanding that before we achieve integration, before we achieve wholeness, before we achieve union, we need to understand polarity and duality. And that means understanding the masculine, the feminine, the light, the darkness. So I find it really interesting that the 12/12 portal falls on a new moon in Sagittarius, because what better zodiac signs to kind of depict polarity and then transcending it to move into wholeness. Because when we look at the Sagittarius axis, on its polar end, we have Gemini, and Gemini represents the twins. It represents duality. We could definitely see the masculine, feminine depicted in the sign of Gemini. And then we move from that dual nature into integration and wholeness at the opposite side of the spectrum, which is where we find Sagittarius. So I feel for the collective at this time, it's about realizing that once we've mastered duality, it's no longer about pinpointing, okay, this energy is masculine, this energy is feminine, and so on. But it's moving from a state of wholeness, of integration, and just effortlessly allowing ourselves to ebb and to flow. And I talked about this at some point about the polarities of the chakras. And it's important to understand the polarities of the chakras to know how the energy moves up and down our spine. So it's understanding that some chakras are receptive in nature, whereas others are giving in nature. And we need to understand these differences so we can heal and know ourselves better. But eventually we reach a point where it's about integration and wholeness and putting these energies together to create a new energy, which is where we find oneness and unity consciousness. So with that being said, I wanted to draw cards for the collective at this time. I usually do cards for every sign of the zodiac, and I usually start with Aries because Aries is literally the head of the zodiac and is at the start of the astrological wheel. But I felt really called today to start with the sign of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is the philosopher, is the teacher. They're constantly seeking knowledge, but more importantly, wisdom. And they will go at great lengths to find this wisdom, to seek this knowledge out. And it's understanding that as a collective at this time, I believe that we're being initiated into embodying our own sacred teacher and guide. Because a lot of us walking a spiritual path, we understand that there's different phases to this path. We often go through a dark night of the soul. We begin to question everything. And then comes the quest for knowledge, the quest to understand oneself. And this is where we're going to dive into different modalities, explore different esoteric topics, so we can better understand ourselves and why we are here. But eventually our quest needs to culminate somewhere. Otherwise, we're constantly seeking, and that's fine. But we need to make sure that we're not constantly seeking in order to avoid our purpose or our calling. Because Sagittarius energy, the way it copes with difficulty, struggles, and challenges is to run away and to avoid and to travel. That's how the energy feels comfortable. It leaves, literally. And with this 1212 portal, again, with that master number coming through of 33, it's about healing and realizing that when we quest for knowledge, information, and wisdom, it needs to come from a place of genuine curiosity, not fear or avoidance of something. And I believe today this portal is opening up healing and just really sitting with ourselves and taking a hard look at ourselves and realizing, okay, what am I still avoiding? What am I still fearful of? Because we are meant to just really step in to being that teacher archetype. A lot of us have stepped into that role already. A lot of us are going to be called to step into that role over the next few weeks. And a lot of us are going to be called to step into that role next year. And it's about realizing that all the information, all the wisdom we've gathered so far is enough for us to show up as a divine authority. And we need to trust. Things are shifting and changing at a rapid rate, and we just need to allow. And this is where trust is going to be our only beacon moving forward. If you're still putting your power or energy in things that are external, it's going to cause stress. It's going to cause chaos because there's a lot of crumbling that's going to be coming through the collective, a lot more tower moments. And the only way to safely navigate a tower moment is to remain anchored in who you are. It's to remain anchored in your heart and in your soul. And those are the only anchor points that are going to allow you to move through the energies that are going to be coming through smoothly. So with that being said, I wanted to draw cards from Sagittarius for the collective to just kind of see what he wants to share with us at this time. So as I said, I will be starting with the sign of Sagittarius. So if you have Sagittarius either as your sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message. Interesting. Okay. So the first card out that we have for those of you that have Sagittarius either in your big three or significant birth chart placements is expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. And this card came out in reverse, so this indicates to me that you don't see this change coming. And it says expect powerful change. To me, it's going to be unexpected change. So Sagittarius, you have no idea this shift or change is coming. And the fact that it's a new moon eclipse and we're on a new moon today, it's going to be an astronomical shift and change that you don't see coming. And it's destiny coming through to deliver and gift you exactly what you've been wanting. And it's understanding that what we want doesn't always come in the shape we want it to. You know, and the example that's coming to my mind right now is, let's say you don't have a car, but you've set the manifestation to call in having a car. And you might believe that this manifestation means you're going to either manifest the money to buy the car or things like that. But then the universe actually comes through and like a long lost relative or something passes away, and then the car they had ends up going to you through inheritance. Or maybe you mention that you've been needing a car or mode of transportation, and then like a coworker says, hey, I actually have a spare car I'm not using. Would you like to borrow it? So when it comes to manifestations, it's setting the manifestation, but allowing the universe space to come through and surprise you and deliver it in unexpected ways. And again, we have that word expect, unexpected, that keeps coming up for you, Sagittarius. So open yourself up and be ready to receive, because the vision I'm getting is a huge gift with like a bow on it. Like you do not see this coming at all, and it's just going to surprise you and like blow you away, which is really interesting. All right, so Sagittarius, that is your message from Sagittarius energy himself. I am now going to draw a final card for you that represents the moon energy, what the moon wants to say. Okay, so we have fire, moon, magic, ignition. Okay, so for some of you, the unexpected expected is a car with ignition coming through. I don't know why cars keep wanting to come up. Mind you, we are in Mercury retrograde, so that could have something to do with it. But if you've been having car problems, I definitely see those issues being resolved in unexpected ways. For others of you, I'm getting with this card that you're going to be initiated into doing more work for spirit. So if you've been working a regular job and contemplating shifting into doing more spiritual work, this portal is opening up that gateway for you to walk through and start doing more spiritual work. And if that is what your heart's desire is, to set intentions and manifestations around that, because as we know today, it's a new moon. It's about setting those intentions to draw in new beginnings. I also see like death and rebirth in this card, as well as a phoenix rising from the ashes. You could either have Sagittarius as a fire moon, or you could have a fire moon, or you could be drawing in someone that has a fire moon into your life at this time. Or someone with a fire moon could be very significant for your journey at this time. I'm getting female energy from this card. So a new female person could be walking into your life, and they're really going to help initiate you onto the next steps of your life. So take it how it resonates. But Sagittarius, that's all I'm getting for you. I'm now going to move into Capricorn. So if you have a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message from Sagittarius. Okay, I already heard Sagittarius coming through saying, Caps, you need to chill out, to relax, and not work so hard. And the card out we have is take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Okay, so for a lot of my Caps, Sag is like, take a load off, have a drink if that is supportive to you, go take a bath, relax. I keep getting chill the fuck out. So a lot of my Caps right now are probably feeling antsy, stressed, anxious. I'm feeling just like restless and just kind of irritated. And Sag is like, I'm just seeing this vision of like him lying in like a comfy chair with a drink and being like, chill. And Capricorn's just being really like anal and uptight about things, probably work related. So Cap, it's about cultivating time and space for you to breathe out, to relax, and to tap into more trust. Understanding that whatever you want, Spirit isn't going to deprive you of it. Spirit, Capricorn, you need to understand, loves you and wants to give you everything. But you need to understand that you deserve it simply because you exist. It's not working yourself into the ground, even though I know that's Cap energy. It's getting the energy to work for you, you know, because Capricorn is ambitious. They rule the 10th house, which is the house of career, of vocation, of reputation, of being seen. But it's understanding that the work needs to be flowing. If you're hitting wall after wall after wall, Spirit is coming through to say you are wasting your energy and your time. You could go relax, take a load off, and be more efficient with your energy. You know, and like there's this, obviously, the concept of time is coming up. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is father time. So Capricorns can get very, very, and I mean very preoccupied with time, feeling as though it's running out, they don't have enough, and just working too much. And there's this kind of distorted shadow relationship with time. And Spirit is coming through with Sag to say, Cap, you need to revisit what time means to you. And Spirit is being adamant about the fact that, Cap, you have enough time to accomplish and achieve everything your heart desires. You need to trust more, let go, release. I'm feeling just like this kind of like tightness. And again, I'm seeing this image of Sag in the chair being chill, and then Capricorn being at the back standing with their hands being dug into like the back part of the chair and just like really panicked and stressed. And it's releasing your grip on how you think your life needs to unfold and letting the divine take the wheel a lot more. So Cap's main message, chill the fuck out. You're going to achieve everything a lot quicker if you relax and take time for yourself and release, let go. All you have to do is focus on your alignment with yourself and with Spirit, and things are going to work out just fine. All right, moon message for Cap. Interesting. So we have Goddess of the Moon, triplicity. So, and it's interesting, okay, that this card comes out because usually Capricorn energy is associated with the crone. So the Goddess triplicity is the maiden, mother, and crone. And Capricorn is usually associated with crone energy, which is grandmother energy. It's old and ancient energy. And it's interesting because a lot of astrology books say that Capricorns are born looking like old ladies, but then they take on a more youthful appearance as they age. So it's interesting that I've read that in different astrological books. And again, we have that theme of time surfacing for Capricorn again. So there's this sense of time's running out, yet if you understand that Capricorn energy and zodiac signs are usually born kind of already aged, but then they regain their youthfulness, time doesn't exist. You know, I personally know that, but Spirit is coming through Capricorn to really reiterate that time isn't real. Time is what you make it. If you make time a stressful construct, time is going to be stressful. And it's interesting because the 12-12 portal is really activating for you, Capricorn, the medicine of the triple goddess, and understanding that you can ebb and flow. There are moments where you can be hyper structured and focused on your work, and if that's what you're passionate about and you're happy doing it, do it. But then there's other moments where you need to be engaged in play and lightheartedness, and that's the maiden energy that wants to come through, that's curious, that likes to explore and try new things. And then in other opportunities and other moments, it's about self-nurturance and taking care of yourself and displaying love for yourself and for others, and that's the mother goddess coming through. So for you, Capricorn, it's understanding that you need to release your construct of time if it's been causing you stress and restlessness, and open yourself up to embodying the triple goddess, allowing yourself to ebb and to flow and to not be so strict with your sense of time. So that's all I'm getting for you, Capricorn. I'm just gonna put my phone on silent. Don't need any more disruptions. Thank you. So we are now going to move into Aquarius. So if you have Aquarius, either sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message from a Sagittarius. Interesting. Okay, so for Aquarius, we have nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. I'm kind of being drawn to look at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so for you, Aquarius, we have nothing is yet set in stone. And we also have at the bottom of the deck, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So what I'm getting for Aquarius energy, and I'm getting this visual of electricity, and Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus represents electricity. So I'm getting this energy from Aquarius right now, that there's a desire to move forward quickly. And I'm trying to get the words for this visual. So I'm getting a lightning bolt with different kind of strands of like electricity going into different directions is what I'm getting. I'm trying to tap in and figure out what this visual means. So I'm getting that for a lot of Aquarians at this time, the lightning bolt with the strands of electricity spreading in different directions is symbolizing your quest for information and knowledge. I'm getting that a lot of you might be diving into conspiracy theories, rabbit holes at this time, and really exploring information. And honestly, with Sagittarius energy coming through, Sagittarius appreciates your desire to seek knowledge, but he's reminding you to look at the bigger picture. Because that's the thing, when we start to explore different forms of knowledge, especially when they're more occult or esoteric, we can get this sense of, well, this is the truth. This is the finality. This is what I've been looking for. And what I'm getting from Sagittarius at this time for you, Aquarius, is that nothing is yet set in stone. So it's kind of premature to say, well, this is the truth, this is the finality. And Sagittarius appreciates your quest and thirst for this knowledge and this information, but he's reminding you to keep in mind the bigger picture while you do this, and not get carried away by the rabbit holes and being like, okay, I've gone down this rabbit hole, this must be the truth. Remain open to sensing the bigger picture. Let's see your moon message. Interesting. So we have third quarter moon transition magic. So this kind of ties in to the energy I've been picking up on. And there's a need for you, Aquarius, to ebb and flow and shift between different forms of knowledge and information at this time. And I'm getting a lot of visuals for this placement. I'm getting a wall full of like sticky notes with like different information kind of spread out with like strings leading to different things. And what I'm sensing is that there's a need to take a step back and really expand your perspective and how you look at information. I hope this is resonating and making sense, because this has been a hard placement for me to put into words. And the words third quarter are coming through really strongly at this time, in the sense that you only have 3/4 of something. There's another quarter that's missing, that's hidden. So to not do anything preemptively. Oh shit, okay, this just came through like a lightning bolt. Okay, for some of you, whatever this has to do with, it has to do with job hunting. So Spirit is coming through to be more intuitive when it comes to receiving the information, and to tap into more psychic senses when it comes to deciphering if this job opportunity is right for you. And we're getting the advice from Spirit that nothing is yet set in stone. And I believe it's because there's 1/4 of something missing. So anyways, Aquarius, that's your message that wants to come through. Let me know how that resonates, because the energy feels very cryptic, you know, and even in this card, we see half the moon. So I'm getting that there's like information that's being gathered, but there's a lot of information that's remaining hidden at this time that you're not seeing. So there's a real need to slow down, to take your time. If there's no deadline for whatever this involves, take your time and wait for that 1/4 of information to come through. I'm getting that for some of you, this 1/4 of information is going to come through in and around December 20th. For others of you, it might be December 27th, 29th, and into the new year around January 4th. So take that how that resonates, but don't rush into anything. Or if you do need to sign stuff, know that things might still shift, because nothing is yet set in stone at this time. All right, so that's what I have for you, Aquarius. We're now going to move into Pisces. So if you have Pisces as your sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message. Interestingly enough, I was drawn to taking the deck that represents the moon first. So we're just going to roll with it. Interesting. So we have moon animals, nocturnal magic coming through. And there's a lot of cute little animals on this card. Oh my god. They're so cute. We have a hare. We have a kitty. We have a mouse. We have an owl. We have bats. We have a moth. Moths, actually. There's a couple of them. Okay, so the moon wants you, Pisces, to pay attention to the animals that are coming through. They're going to be your guides. I'm hearing for a lot of you, they're going to be powerful guides for you leading into the new year. Okay, and first message out before I even look at these cards, Sag is already saying, Pisces, I love you. So Pisces, you could have a Sag that's very fond of you. You could have a Sag that's going to come and profess love for you. I don't know, but first words I want to come through was Pisces, I love you. And we have 2 cards coming out. I'm just going to go with them. So we have emotions are running high, supermoon. And then we also have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. So it's interesting because we have like 2 full moon energies coming through. And we also have the full moon on this card. Okay, so messages for Pisces. So, and this is just a very specific message. So if there's any Pisces that's here that is involved in a legal case of some kind, there's going to be an amicable resolution to whatever this is about. I'm getting that you don't see this coming either because emotions are running high. So I'm seeing a very, very specific timeline. If there's any of you that are going through a messy divorce, split, or separation, things are kind of heavy. I'm hearing gross and disturbing at this point in time. Things are going to resolve. So that was very specific. And for those of you that resonates, there's a need to just tap into animal therapy. And I'm also getting dream time, so paying attention to your dreams. Certain animals might be coming through at that time. And the other message that wants to come through, and this is like for one person, if there's a romantic partner that's no longer in your life that has been driving you crazy and that's why you split up with them, there's a need to do a banishing spell and get them removed from your energetic field, because I'm getting that some of you are looking for new love, but there's this cord still linking you to a former romantic partner that needs to be severed. I'm getting for some of you, black cat is one of your power animals and they're coming through to say, hey. For others of you, your power animal might be the hare. For others of my Pisces, there's a mentor that might be coming through over the next couple weeks. I'm hearing couple days for some of you. So if you've been wanting to manifest a spiritual teacher, guide, or healer, there's one about to walk into your life. And yeah, if any of my Pisces are going through a lot of emotional volatility at this time, things are going to calm down. And even though things might look very heavy and impossible to resolve at this time, they will. All right, so that's all I'm getting for Pisces. That was a very interesting message, very different from all the others. So we are now going to move into Aries. So if you have Aries as your sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message from Sagittarius. Okay. So 2 cards came out and I'm going to take them. So we have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries coming out for you, Aries. And then we also have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So right away, there's a dynamic playing out between Aries energy and Scorpio energy. We have Aries, which is fire, and a full moon. And then we have Scorpio, which is water, with a new moon. So already the dual aspects of these energies are coming out to play today. And I'm sensing that they're different people. So this could have to do with a romantic partnership. It could be business related, and that there might be conflict that arises today and during this week is what I'm sensing. And I kind of want to get another card to see what Sagittarius advice is for this, because I'm definitely feeling like the headbutt energy from Aries and then the pinchers and the stinger from Scorpio, and they're just about to just like duel it out. So, oh, interesting. Bottom of the deck, luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so as much as I'm sensing drama for you Aries at this time, it's going to pass and you have nothing to worry about. Like, things might look really ugly. And understand that it has to do with some of your fears as well as this other person's fears. And as soon as you talk through things, they will resolve and get better. And I felt my throat get really dry. So for some of you, either there's too much communication going on and a break is necessary, or there's not enough communication going on. And if there's too much communication going on, it's about taking a break, going to do something else, change up your energy. And for those of you that there's not much communication going on, and if this is a divine counterpart, it sucks, but keep practicing patience and allow your divine counterpart to initiate. Your divine counterpart that represents the Scorpio energy here with the water. Because I'm getting that the fire energy here might be growing impatient and just really wanting and longing for the person, and their person here embodies the Scorpio energy, and they've gone into hiding, but they want to come out now. And not that they're necessarily on the attack, but it might seem that way. So it's important for you Aries to stay cool as a cucumber at this time, and just understand that whatever this Scorpio energy brings to the table, it's just them and their fears. It literally has nothing to do with you. And Sag is reminding you that luck is on your side. And it's interesting because the colors kind of match a little bit. So we have Aries and Sag, and then we have Scorpio energy. So understand, Aries, that luck is on your side. Whatever this conflict is, you're going to come out victorious and to just roll with the punches, literally. So let's see what the moon has to say for you, Aries. Ooh, we have Waxing Gibbous Moon, Enchantment Magic. When this card comes out to me, it means focus on yourself. Honestly, at this time, like if there's drama going on, be this romantic or work related, there's a need for you, Aries, to just focus on you. Take that bath, do that retreat, get your nails done, get that haircut, really just take care of yourself. And whatever this kind of tension is, allow the universe to come through and relieve you of it. And as you take care of yourself more, the universe is just gonna untangle whatever this is. Because I keep getting a visual of you in like a bathtub or getting a massage, and then the universe seamlessly untangling like this knot. And if you want, set intentions along with the universe to untangle whatever this might be. So that's all I'm seeing for you, Aries, at this time. Feel free to let me know how that resonates. We're now going to move into Taurus. So if you have Taurus as your sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message. And once again, I was drawn to picking up the card that represents the moon first. So we're just going to go with it. Ooh, we have Dark Side of the Moon, Unforeseen. Let's see what Sag has to say. Interesting. We have it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. We just had the full moon energy come out, and now we have the new moon energy come out of Aries. So Aries season could be very important for you, Taurus, already. And with the unforeseen is you don't see it coming. So next spring 2024 could be quite significant for you, Taurus. And Sag is coming through to just give you a heads up about that. And then, I mean, at the bottom of the deck, we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. But this card came out in reverse. Okay. I'm getting that Sagittarius likes Taurus energy very much. And he's coming through to say, this energy is moving through me very differently and it's very specific. Sag is coming through to say to you, Taurus, yo, you move slow as fuck. You need to get started now on whatever it is you want to manifest by next spring. So hence him coming out with it's time to take action. So whatever this is, Sagittarius is like, yo, Taurus, like you move slow AF. You need to start taking small steps in regards to whatever it is you want to manifest and call in to your life. I'm getting real estate investing for some reason. So some of you that are Tauruses might have an interest in getting your realtor license for some reason. And Sagittarius is like, get on that if that's what you want to be doing and start now. At least start researching it, looking into it. But yeah, real estate investing is a big theme that wants to come out at this time. I kind of want to get another card for that. Dark side of the moon, unforeseen. I might get another Sag message to try and clarify that card. Let's see. Okay, 2 cards want to come out. We're just going to roll with it. Okay. So, interesting. Yeah, so Taurus, there's like a dream about something. And it's a dream that I'm sensing is still in your subconscious that you haven't even tapped into. Because we have don't let your past hold you back, South Node. And the South Node represents your past. And it was in reverse. And that can mean one of 2 things. Either you're transcending and moving past your South Node, which is your past. You're leaving that behind and getting ready to step into your North Node. Or, and this is mainly the message I'm sensing, it's very subconscious still. Because the South Node could also have to do with the subconscious. So with the South Node card being in reverse, to me, it's extra subconscious-y. Whatever this dream is. And that's why we're getting dark side of the moon. It's dark. It's unforeseen. And then we also have hold your vision, fixed moon. And Taurus is a fixed sign. But again, we see half the moon here. Half of it is hidden. So Taurus, there's something that you want that you don't even know yet, is what I'm sensing. And for some of you, you've released this dream that started in childhood because you never thought it was possible to achieve. And spirit and your guides, actually, your guides are here, are coming through to highlight that it is possible. You need to just believe. And Sag is coming through to remind you to have faith and belief in yourself and to get started. Because I'm getting, for some of you, that what you need to take action on, you have like a bit of an idea of what it is. For others of you, you're completely in the dark. And Sag is coming through to remind you, Taurus, to start exploring, to start questing, you know, maybe take a vacation in a different country that you never contemplated before. Really shift your energy so you can figure out what this is about. That was a very interesting message come through for Taurus. All right. That's all I'm getting. So we are now going to move into Gemini. So if you have Gemini as your sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message from Sagittarius, your zodiac counterpart. Okay, we have 2 cards that want to come. Okay, we're just going to roll with it. So, Gemini, we have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. And then we have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. Okay, so right away for Gemini, I'm getting some of you might be kind of stressed about relocating or moving or finances and things like that. And what I'm getting is that this stress, this chaos, and this uncertainty is necessary at this time to lead you to better. I'm getting some of you Geminis might be getting a job raise, promotion, and to just stick with it. So there's something, Gemini, that you're considering letting go or releasing or switching and changing. And Spirit's just coming through to tell you you're just being tested. For some of you, you need to stick to your commitment, whatever it is. Don't let go. If you're thinking about quitting and things like that, Spirit is being adamant about not doing that. So take that how it resonates. That's not going to be for each and every one of you. But again, with half the moon being hidden on this card, there's something you're not seeing, Gemini. And then over here with the prosperity lies height. Okay, yeah. So there's definitely job promotion that's in store for some of you, and you don't see it. Because with the prosperity lies ahead, we have the new moon. The moon is dark, so you don't see it coming. So again, you need to maintain your commitment because we still have that light coming through from half of the moon. So this light represents your commitment to whatever this is. I'm definitely getting job vibes from this. So to just stick through it because there's either a promotion, job raise, I don't know, something coming that you don't see yet. We have full moon magnification. So what I'm getting from that, and it's interesting because as I said, we go from like complete darkness, and then we have this card that's like half and half, and then we have the full moon. So everything is kind of segmented and like broken down, Gemini. So the time frames for each and every one of you, Gemini, is going to be different. I'm getting that you're going to see the results, this prosperity start to come in by the next new moon that we're going to be having in Capricorn in a couple weeks. For others of you, it's going to be the first quarter moon, either this moon cycle or the next. Or it's going to be on the next full moon, which we're going to be having in a couple weeks as well. Or the next cycle. So I'm getting this current cycle or in 2 moon cycles from now, whatever this is. So that's all that wants to come through for you, Gemini. But stick to your commitment. If things go awry, remember why you started. All right, so we're now going to move into Cancer. If you have Cancer in your, let's say in your 4th house. Okay, so if you have Cancer in your 4th house, this message might be for you. If you have Cancer as your sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message from, I was going to say Gemini. Okay, so Gemini energy could be important for Cancer. Sagittarius energy, of course. So Cancers, look at your placements, look at who's around you, because either Gemini and or Sagittarius energy might be significant for you at this time. So Cancer, either sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message from Sagittarius. Interesting. Okay, so for you, Cancer, we have balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. I'm being drawn to the bottom of the deck. We have a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. And it's interesting because for you, Cancer, we're already kind of having that dual nature come out. We have spirituality, we have practicality. We have Pisces, which is represented by two fish looking opposite directions. And then here we have it's a time to give rather than take. So we have that polarity of giving and taking at this time. And what I'm sensing for you, Cancer, and Cancer rules the 4th house, which is the family. There's a need to strive for balance when it comes to your needs and your family's needs at this time. And Sagittarius wants to come through to remind you that it's not selfish to take care of yourself and to strive for balance and to set boundaries with your family, be it your children, your spouse, relatives, especially leading into the holidays. I'm sensing that my Cancers might be feeling, I don't want to say overly emotional because that's not the word, overly heightened when it comes to energies, and your sensitivity might be a lot higher than it usually is, and that might mean that your threshold to kind of endure being social and interactive is going to be lower. So there's a need for you, Cancer, to just really nurture and take care of yourself, not only today, but moving forward over the next couple of weeks into the new year. And it's interesting because as much as this card says a time to give rather than take, what I'm sensing is that it's a time for you to give to yourself rather than be taken from, Cancer. Well, that's really interesting. Okay, let's see moon message for Cancer. Ooh, we have waxing crescent moon, constructive magic. Yeah, with this card, I'm definitely getting that it's time for you, Cancer, to take some kind of retreat, go on a mini getaway, take a vacation, either by yourself or with loved ones, and to just recharge, because I'm getting my Cancers have been going through a lot lately, and there's a need to take time to rest and recover. And as I lifted these cards, the next one out the deck is your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. So taking a vacation in and around the new moon in Capricorn, which is going to be in a couple weeks, could be beneficial. And with constructive magic coming out, to me, this just tells me going on a retreat and setting powerful boundaries with family. If family is like, oh, you can come stay with me, as opposed to, I don't know, like renting your own Airbnb or your own cottage and stuff like that. Set those boundaries, Cancer. You need to recharge and rejuvenate your energy, and that's not selfish. It's giving it to yourself. So that's all I'm getting for you, Cancer. Let me know how that resonated or didn't resonate. I'm now going to move into Leo. So if you have Leo as your sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message from Sagittarius. Already Sag just coming through to be like, yeah, Leo, I love you. Fire sign of fire sign. Like, I'm feeling like a bromance energy between the two. So Leo, Sag energy usually gets along quite famously. Okay. Interesting. Okay, this is very, very interesting. Okay, so the first card out is nothing will come of this situation. Void, of course, moon. And then we have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. This card came out for Sag. So there's a connection between Leo and Sagittarius energy at this time. I kind of want to clarify the nothing will come of this situation, though. All right. the bromance is continuing, because what I'm sensing with the bottom of the deck saying, don't let your past hold you back, Sag is telling you, Leo, that it's time for you to allow yourself to shine and to be seen. Because you're really amazing at what it is you do or want to be doing. And Sag is saying that. Like, he's sitting back in like a theater watching you on a stage, and he's just applauding you, Leo. So there's a need for you to release your past, release your doubts and your fears. Because Sag is saying nothing will come of you overthinking what you're meant to be doing. Sag is telling you to just be the light. And he's reminding you that you are ruled by the sun. The sun just shines. It's what it does. It doesn't do anything else besides shine. There's a need to just take the plunge and to dive in. Is what I'm getting for Leo. And those are all the messages I'm getting for you. So feel free to let me know how that resonates. We're now going to move in to Virgo. So if you have Virgo as your sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message from Sagittarius. Okay, 2 cards want to come out. We're just going to roll with it. So Virgo, your message from Sagittarius is balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. And we have your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So again, with the Capricorn energy coming through, it kind of ties back to the energy I was picking up from Capricorn. And there's a need to revisit how you construct time, Virgo. Because I'm getting from Sag that he admires your work ethic, your attention to detail, and how focused and invested you get in your work. But he's reminding you to take time to change up your energy and to do something that expands you. Because again, we have balance, spirituality, and practicality. So I'm getting the practical is more so like job, work related. But spirituality, it's time for you to expand, to shift, to move, and to do something different is what Sagittarius is coming through to say. And interestingly enough for you, Virgo, we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus, again in reversed. So to me, this means that there's a need to release being overly practical about how you structure your life, Virgo, and to create more space for spirit to come through. Because I'm sensing that a lot of you are spiritual in nature, but that the busyness of everyday life has prevented you from really expanding and nourishing your relationship to spirit. So Sag is coming through to remind you that you are a spiritual being first and foremost, and that it's okay to take a break and time away from work to reconnect with spirit, because this is a different form of work. It's spiritual work. It's sacred work. And that has value, that has meaningfulness. And it's okay that it doesn't have a concrete or practical energy to it. It's just as valuable, Virgo, and Sagittarius is coming through to remind you of that. And your moon message is, ooh, interesting. Drawing down the moon, empowerment. Oh my God, I love this card. Absolutely stunning. So I'm definitely getting enchantress vibes from this card, Virgo. And I believe it's just a testament to where you are on your path and your abilities and your gifts, to realize that either you are fully in your power now, or you are on the path to empowerment. And that this path involves being balanced both physically and spiritually. Yeah, I'm being really drawn to just like the beauty of this card. So Virgo, Spirit is coming through to remind you of your own inner and outer beauty at this time. And also that you don't need to be working yourself into the ground to be deserving and worthy of happiness and everything and anything you could possibly want. And with drawing down the moon, I'm getting from Spirit that there's a need for you, Virgo, to open up your capacity to receive from the divine, to create more space for Spirit to come through and bless you. Because again, with your dreams need a practical plan coming out in reverse, if your schedule is overly structured, there's no space for Spirit. And Spirit is like, hey, I'm here. And Sag energy is like, yeah, Spirit is here and has messages for you, has downloads. And if you're not creating the space to energetically connect with Spirit by yourself, these downloads are just going to remain on the sidelines collecting dust. So yeah, I'm definitely getting for you, Virgo, there's a need to just open up your psychic channel to allow these downloads and these upgrades to happen. Because funny enough, the imagery I'm getting right now is, you know, when your computer or your phone is due for upgrades and then you keep postponing the upgrades and then your phone or your laptop start glitching and just having issues because you keep delaying the upgrades. That might be happening for you, Virgo. So this could be literal glitches with technology, or it could be like brain glitches where like you forget stuff or you feel more mentally fatigued. And it's about understanding that there's spiritual upgrades that are set to come in for you, Virgo, but you need to create the space for them to come through. And that can either be through spending time in nature, in meditation, prayer, what have you. So take that how it resonates, but that's all I'm picking up for you, Virgo, at this time. So we are now going to move into Libra. So if you have Libra as your sun, moon, or rising, this is going to be your message from Sagittarius. Okay, so Libra, we have believe in the impossible, blue moon. So this card came out in reverse. So let's see. Okay, and then at the bottom of the deck, we have nothing will come of this situation, void of course, moon. Okay, so with the believe in the impossible being reversed, I'm definitely getting subconscious hits for you, Libra. So there could be something lingering in your subconscious at this time that you need to tap into. Meditation is a great way to do that. Because there's a need for you to believe in yourself and to believe in something bigger. But it's interesting. I don't know why this is the imagery Sagittarius is choosing for you, Libra. But I'm getting just this visual hit of like a car having like issues. Like there's a weird sound, like a clicking happening. And this clicking is a representation of this subconscious glitch that's happening and that you're not facing or dealing with. For some of you, this like kind of subconscious glitch is still very deep. So you might be unaware of it still. For others of you, you've noticed that like there's something in your subconscious and you just can't pinpoint what it is yet. So let's see what the moon has to say about this. Interesting. So we have waxing crescent moon, constructive magic. So whatever this is, Libra, Spirit isn't really showing me too much besides there being like a subconscious glitch that needs to be looked at. And that the visual aid that wants to come through is like a car with like a weird kind of clicking sound. And that you can't ignore it. Whatever this is, there needs to be time set aside where you tap into whatever this is. Let's see if I can get more information. Okay, well, underneath nothing will come of this situation, we have don't let your past hold you back, South Node. So for a lot of my Libras, whatever this subconscious glitch is, it has to do with a past life that you have yet to recall or to tap into, which is really interesting. And then underneath that card, we have Hold Your Vision, Fixed Moon. So I'm getting, with this card, Hold Your Vision, I'm getting like, I don't know why this wants to come through, a past life in Siberia, Egypt, Peru, the Himalayas. Interesting. Okay. There's like a whole story that wants to come through for you, Libra, at this time. So, and this is just like the surface level version that I'm getting. Whenever this life was and wherever it was, it has to do with your faith and your belief. And that's why we have believe in the impossible. To me, that indicates faith, and with it being in reverse, there's kind of like that glitch is a break. Oh my God, that's what it is. Okay. The subconscious glitch has to do with a lifetime where your faith was broken. And Sagittarius is bringing that fragment, that wound up to your attention at this time, so this energy can move into the upright position. Because I'm getting for you, Libra, that a lot of you are ready to move forward with a lot of momentum, and it's just this glitch that's kind of causing like friction and tension in your energy field, and that's what needs to be cleared out. And it's funny, again, with the don't let your past hold you back card coming out. So there's a need for you to become aware of that past life, whatever it is, and to release it. Interestingly enough, and this isn't going to resonate for everyone, but with the constructive magic card coming out, I'm getting that for some of you, this past life had to do with occupying a spiritual role. And okay, I'm getting different timelines for this one. For some of you, there was like a cataclysmic shift that happened, so like a natural disaster, and you couldn't save your people, and you witnessed a lot of people die, and that broke your faith and belief in the divine, witnessing so much death. For others of you, you were killed in a past life for being a spiritual leader, and your teachings were too advanced for the people at that time, and it caused a lot of fear. And that wound, either of having witnessed multiple people dying or of being killed, has fractured your belief in yourself. And Sagittarius really felt the need to bring that to your attention at this time. All right. So that's all I'm getting for you, Libra. Feel free to let me know how that resonates. So we're now going to move in to Scorpio. Actually, no, not Scorpio. Yes, Scorpio. Hold on. Yes, Scorpio. Sorry, my brain glitched for a split sec there. So if you have your sun, moon, or rising in Scorpio, this is going to be your message from Sagittarius. And my brain glitched back to Virgo for some reason, so that could be synchronistic for someone. Take it how it resonates. All right, so Scorpio, your message from Sagittarius. Interesting, this card's come out again. We have balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So who knows, Pisces season might actually be important for a lot of us next year. And then we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. This card came out again. So Pisces season, Taurus season might be important for you, Scorpio. Oh my God. And at the bottom of the deck, we have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So I'm seeing different seasons. So Pisces season, Taurus season, Scorpio season coming through. So I feel like Sagittarius is just giving you timelines for some reason, Scorpio. Let's see if I can find out why. Interesting. Okay, so Scorpio, you have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon. And then you also have surrender to the divine full moon. All right, so what I'm getting from Sag, and again, it's interesting because it's a similar energy to Libra. Libra was really ingrained in a past life glitch that needs to be resolved. Scorpio, it's a glitch in this life that needs to be resolved, and it's a fear-driven glitch. So that's why Sagittarius is coming through to say, have faith in your dreams. So whatever it is you want to be manifesting or doing, Scorpio, you need to have faith. And Sagittarius is coming through to be like, you don't need to always be so scary about things. You can let people in and let people see your vision and help you manifest it. You know, like Scorpio energy often tends to think that they need to achieve and do everything by themselves. And Sag is coming through to remind you that no, you can allow divine assistance to come through and help you. Because I'm getting just a lot of tension from Scorpio right now. Like a lot of mental energy too. So if you have a lot of Scorpio energy, you might be really in your head at this time. And Sag is saying you need to drop into your heart and to just surrender a lot more and to release your fears. And I'm getting the word release. I know this card says work, but Sag is saying you need to just let them go, because a lot of the fears you're experiencing, Scorpio, aren't actually real. I'm getting that a lot of you might be experiencing paranoia at this time, and Sag is like here to illuminate you with his fire and be like, look, they're just shadows. Whatever it is you're fearful of isn't actually there. And you also have the illumination of the full moon coming through. Surrender to the divine. So there's a lot of light that wants to come through and illuminate you at this time. And we also have waxing crescent moon. So this is the beginning stage of the lunar cycle, Scorpio. So there's a lot of light that wants to come through for you, Scorpio. And you need to make the decision to move towards that light. Because right now you might be in the darkness, but understand that it's darkness that you created yourself. And that you have free will and you can always choose differently. That was intense. Let's see what the moon has to say for you, Scorpio. This card again, oh my god. Okay, so we have waxing crescent moon, constructive magic. So with this card coming out for you, Scorpio, and it's interesting because I'm feeling your guides have now come to the table and they're actually asking you point blank, has it been productive for you to just ruminate and be paranoid about things that aren't real? Any of them, either your sun, moon, or rising. And I want to also add in like any significant astrological placements too. So like if you have like a stellium in Scorpio, for example, this reading would be significant as well. So yeah, Scorpio, yeah, no problem. Thank you for the question. There's a need for you to just really focus. Are these fears real or not? Or are they just your subconscious and past wounds kind of just, and it's interesting. Okay, so I'm getting another visual hit and I need to try and put it into words. I wish I could just send you guys the mental image I'm getting. Alright, so you know when people try and scare people and like, it's late at night, there's not that much light, and you see shadows moving like across the walls and stuff like that, and it freaks you out, but then the minute you put the light on, there's no shadows anymore. And that's really what Spirit wants to come through and say to you, Scorpio, at this time, is that a lot of the shadows that you think you see aren't actually there. They're just projections from your internal fear. And it's about deciphering, okay, is there actually like an entity or a being there, or are you projecting fears? And there's a need to just really sit with that and allow the light to wash over you, Scorpio, because I'm getting that a lot of you, again, have really been in your heads over the past few weeks, and Spirit is coming through to say, lighten up. and it's meant as a joke, like literally lighten up, like allow the light in. I can feel everybody's just like, my guides, your guides, everybody's having a bit of a chuckle with that one. But yeah, to just allow. And again, just really focus on surrendering to the divine. Like, this is the biggest energy that wants to come through for you, Scorpio, at this time, is just to surrender. Trust that the divine has you in their hands and that you have nothing to worry about. So anyways, that concludes the new moon in Sagittarius reading for the zodiac signs. I hope that it was insightful and supportive. As always, trust your intuition, use your discernment, take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you're looking for more personalized support, I offer birth chart readings, oracle card readings. I'm looking to launch my website hopefully this week or early next week. Your girl has been working fucking hard on the thing, so stay tuned for that. But as always, take care of yourselves, and I'm sending you so much love.